Hello students, welcome to Spectra Education Academy. In this video, I am going to explain few numericals based on direction cosines and I will proceed with the parallelogram law of vector addition. This is the question. The direction cosines of a vector A are cos alpha is equal to 4 by 5 root 2, cos beta is equal to 1 by root 2 and cos gamma is equal to 3 by 5 root 2. Then we have to find out vector. So first let me write what we have written in the previous class. Cos alpha is equal to ax by ax square, ay square and az square. Similarly, cos beta is equal to ay by ax square, ay square and az square. Cos gamma is equal to az by ax square, ay square, az square. If you look at the denominator in all the cases, it is same, ax square, ay square, az square in all the cases same. So looking at the values given. So let me write cos alpha is equal to ax by, okay, just a minute. In place of ax, they have given 4 by 5 root 2. Now cos beta is equal to 1 by root 2. But we have to get magnitude at the denominator same. For which what you need to do is you multiply and divide with 5. So that you'll get magnitude at the denominator same. Cos gamma is equal to 3 by 5 root 2. Now, so you call this is magnitude of vector A. So its magnitude is, vector magnitude is 5 root 2. Yeah. Now, vector A is equal to A I cap, Ax in I cap in particular, Ay j cap, Az k cap. So, in place of Ax, what you can write is Ax square plus this one, Ax equal to, you can write Ax square, Ay square, Az square, cos alpha, I cap. Similarly, next case, Ax square, because Ay equal to this one, Ay square, Az square, cos beta j cap, Ax square, Ay square, Az square, cos gamma k cap. Now Ax square, Ay square, Az square in all the cases is 5 by 5 root 2. So it is 5 root 2. What is cos alpha? We have cos alpha in the question, we have 4 along with I cap by 5 root 2. Similarly, magnitude part is same, 5 root 2. Cos beta, what is cos beta? 1 by root 2. But here we multiplied 5 and this one. So therefore, this is going to be 5j by 5 root 2 plus cos gamma. So before that, magnitude 5 root 2. What is cos gamma? 3k by 5 root 2. So you can cancel 5 root 2 at the numerator denominator in all the cases. So therefore, you'll get the answer as 4i cap, 5j cap and 3k cap. So this is vector. So second option is correct. Let us move to the second question. If vector P is equal to I cap plus 2j cap plus 6k cap, its direction cosines are. So first let me write direction cosines are cos alpha is equal to ax by ax square, ay square, az square. This is cos alpha. Cos beta is equal to ay by ax square, ay square, az square. Cos gamma az by ax square, ay square, az square. Now, first let us find out magnitude. So instead of P, I am taking A. First let us find out magnitude. Vector A, or this can also be vector P. I plus 2j plus 6k. So how to find out its magnitude means root over ax square, it is 1. Ay is 2, it means 4, ay square. This is going to be az square, it will be 36. So therefore 40 root 41. Now cos alpha is equal to ax. So ax position is occupied by, if nothing is there means 1 by magnitude. Just now we had the magnitude root 41. Next, cos beta, ay. So ay is 2 by root 41 because ax square, ay square, az square is same. Cos gamma, az by. So what is az here in the vector given vector 6? Magnitude is 41. So 1 by root 41, 2 by root 41, 6 by root 41. So second option is correct. Next. Now let us discuss parallelogram law of vector addition. Parallelogram law of vector addition. So it is very useful concept. Whenever you get numerical on vectors, definitely there will be numerical on parallelogram law. Also, definitely there will be numerical on resolution. So this parallelogram law of vector addition is included with resolution. Now two vectors. So what are the two vectors? A and B. A and B are the two vectors. So this A and B can be, once you fix A is the momentum, A is the momentum, B also will be momentum. Same vectors. Suppose if A is, you fix that A is force, B will also be force. So force is a vector quantity. If you fix that A is the velocity, B is also velocity. So vector is basically physical quantity. Direction. If you fix that A is acceleration, B should be acceleration. Yeah. Now, so there will be a statement. If two vectors represented by, to try to understand with the help of diagram. So this is one side of the parallelogram. This is the other side. You call this as vector A, whose magnitude is OA. You call this as vector B, whose magnitude is OB. So two vectors are represented by magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction are the adjacent sides. Adjacent sides of a parallelogram. acting at the same point. Acting at the same point. The diagonal. The diagonal passing from intersecting point. Intersecting point of two vectors represents their resultant. Okay, with magnitude and direction, right? So for doing numerical part, you need to remember, but you don't need to write. Is it right? So paperwork should be very less. Now this is going to be the resultant. Yeah. Now you draw vector which is parallel to B. So this is vector B. Now this is going to be vector A. Now still at this point A is still acting in this direction, so therefore A makes an angle theta with x-axis. Sorry, B makes an angle theta with x-axis. Here there is angle between A and B. Once again, theta here and theta at O is same. There is also angle between resultant. Resultant is C. You write it as A plus B like this. Now it is purely competitive part. Just to extend this. Why you are extending means B acting in the direction of A with as its component. Bx is equal to B cos theta. Then perpendicular to A, B component will be y, By is equal to B sin theta. So writing components in the previous videos is finished. Now we have to find out magnitude. So you take O, some C, some D. So in triangle OCD, what you can write is using Pythagoras, OC square equal to OD square plus CD square. So OD can be OA plus AD that to whole square plus CD square. Now what is AD? AD is the magnitude of Bx. So therefore OA is the magnitude of vector A. AD can be replaced with the B cos theta whole square. CD can also be represented by By. By is equal to CD equal to By. CD square means B square sin square theta. So if you expand this, you will get A square plus B square cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta plus A plus B whole square plus B square sin square theta. Now, so cos square theta, if you take out common B square, you will get cos square theta sin square theta, it will be 1. So what you can write is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta is equal to C square you have, because OC is the magnitude of resultant vector C. So the final is C is equal to root over A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So this is called as, C is called as magnitude of resultant vector. So in friction, in Newton laws of motion, even in motion in straight line, motion in plane, you will get the numericals. How? For example, I'll give you one example. In Newton laws of motion, there is a concept called as apparent weight. So when lift goes upwards, when lift goes upwards, say this is the lift, weight of the lift acts vertically downwards towards the center. So there will be a cable connected to the lift externally. So cable bears the tension while going upwards. Just we press the button, so tension will be acting upwards. Tension provides acceleration. Assume that lift moving upwards with uniform acceleration. So what we write is, suppose if angle between these two, first let us finish this. If theta is angle between two vectors A and B, theta is 0, what will you get? Cos 0 is 1. So therefore C you will get it as A square plus B square plus 2AB, that's all. So you can write C is equal to A plus B whole square root, so square and root get cancelled, you will get A plus B. So these are the similar vectors. Next, suppose if theta is 180, so 180 means A and B are, A moves like this, B moves like this, opposite. If theta equal to 0 means A is like this, even B is also like this, in the same direction. Now theta is 180 means they are acting in opposite directions. So therefore the cos 180 is -1. So therefore you will get C as root over A square plus B square minus 2AB. So you can also write this as root over A minus B whole square, square and root get cancelled, C is equal to A minus B. Yeah. So suppose theta is 180, theta is 90. So two vectors, taken vectors are 90, are acting at 90, like this, B and A. The angle between them is 90. So therefore cos 90 is 0. So therefore root over A square plus B square only you will get, because cos 90 is 0, so this quantity get vanished. So you will get A square plus B square only. Now, where you come across parallelogram in the other chapters is, suppose lift going upwards with uniform acceleration, there will be a cable. So within the cable there will be tension. Now tension will be the applied force. So in general we write net force is equal to applied force. Applied force will be what now? Tension. Opposing force. So this is the vector. Opposing force will be mg. So now tension provides lift to get acceleration. So coming to here, how this is connected to parallelogram means, when two vectors are acting in opposite direction, now here tension is acting opposite to mg. So therefore letters may be different, but it is the consequence of parallelogram only. So here you can say net tension provides acceleration. So tension greater means net will be present, T minus mg. Suppose in the same concept, if lift is coming downwards, so now mg will be the applied force. It is opposed by tension. So now mg provides acceleration to the lift. So therefore this is the application of parallelogram only. And one more example let me tell you here. Suppose body is moving on the horizontal surface, let us say it is rough surface. So what, let us say this is a surface on which say vehicle is moving. Yeah. Now say applied force is like this. Applied force greater than opposing forces. So what are the opposing forces when vehicle is moving on the road? Is friction. So applied force, or you can say this is even external force also. The external force magnitude is greater than all opposing forces. One of the opposing forces is friction. So therefore applied force will make net force to get F applied minus Fk. Why are we writing minus means? Because these two forces are acting at an angle 180. So when two vectors are at 180, what did you get there? A minus B. So A position is occupied by applied force and B position is occupied by frictional force. So these are the two examples. So in almost even in moving charges magnetism, I'll give you one example. So there will be a numerical like this. This is one coil. Perpendicular to this, there will be another coil. Both are having common center. Both are having common center. So due to the flow of current, due to the flow of same current, maybe clockwise or anti-clockwise, fields will be perpendicular to each other. You assume in the three-dimensional plane. If fields are perpendicular, means what? Vectors are perpendicular. So what will be the angle between the two fields is 90. So once again use BR is equal to. So root over magnetic field due to this one, this current in the coil 1 and in the circular coil 1, this is circular coil 2. So B1 square, B2 square, 2B1, B2 cos theta. So since theta is 90 between the directions of the fields, so theta is 90 because this is 90 is what? Angle between the directions of the fields, 90. So this quantity get vanished. So you will get just B1 square, magnitude of the resultant vector B1 square and B2 square is equal to BR. So this is also application of parallelogram because instead of BR you had C there. Instead of B1 you had A square. Instead of B2 you had B square and 2AB. So it is 2B1, B2. So whenever you get the vectors concept, definitely you will get the numericals based on parallelogram law of vector addition and resolution. So in my next video, I'll continue with numericals based on parallelogram law. Thank you very much for watching my video, but don't forget to share and subscribe with your friends and relatives.